Hello everybody, every pony, everything. I'm Patrick Rowberry and welcome back to the interview series. Today my guest has versus many things. He has fought the world, he has fought Pony a few times. He is Archer. Say hello, Archer.
Hello, everyone.
For the one or two people who may not know, who are you, Archer, and what do you do?
Very simple. I review a lot of things. Just, I talk about a lot of cartoons, a lot of video games. I even talk about the odd movie every now and then. I'm just a random grab bag.
And that's who he is. But let's start with the obvious. So as this is a pony channel, and you do talk about pony a bit, how did you get into the MLP fandom?
Funny enough, I have a now ex-girlfriend who was a big fan of the show. Not as much nowadays, understandably. She introduced me into the show. I started looking around on myself, and I essentially just stumbled onto Equestria Daily and found a few cool people there, and with a few people there, and, well, that's history.
You don't just review pony, but you review many cartoons. What got you into reviewing in the first place? Why did you go to YouTube of all places?
Well, that actually started, funny enough, immediately after I lost my first job.
Oh.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of YouTubers at that time, though, and one, I got a feeling you're going to recognize this name, Mysterious Mr. Enter.
Oh, I do recognize the name, yes.
Yep. Still watch some of his stuff. He's still got some pretty good videos coming out. I was essentially doing just...
Carry on.
And my apologies.
No, it's
Got
carry on.
interrupted there for a second. I essentially tried my own bit, my own swing. A couple of times I got called Mr. Interclone, but I think that I evolved along the way and grew my own voice.
And what ways did you evolve? I see that you do your own thing as the Versus series. How did you come up with the Versus series, may I ask?
Well, it's essentially like me going up against another. Like each episode was a challenge for me, a new challenge, a new opponent. So it'd be me against them. I would go through them. I would rate them on I would give them an enjoyment rating, so to speak. How much I enjoyed it. Some I didn't like as much. Others I liked even more. You know? That's why I called it the Versus series.
Ah.
Admittedly, I have actually stopped using that in recent years.
Oh, how come?
Again, it's because of yet another YouTuber that I came across, and this is like last year. I came across them. I only found out about them last year. Some call me Johnny. Again, very good video game reviewer, but his videos were called Johnny versus Enter Game Here. I wanted to distance myself from that since I was also starting to do some video game reviews. So
you decided not to do that. So what is your future goal now? What sort of ideas are you trying to do, and what sort of identity is your YouTube channel going towards now? You no longer doing the Versus series.
well, I'm still going to be doing reviews. I'm just not calling them the Archer Versus series. I'm just going to call them the Archer series or Archer Review series. I would have an individual name for each video I do. Like, I did a video, believe it was tail end of last year, maybe beginning of this year, of the Skylanders Academy video. Skylanders Academy series, sorry. I just called the video the Spyro and Friends Show, as if I was introducing it as some sort of a game show. And then there was another one soon afterwards of a video game called Death Road to Canada. I love that game, by the way. And I called the video Death Road to Insanity because it's an insane game.
Which one of your reviews or videos are you most proud of?
I think one of my personal favorite videos was one of my higher viewed videos, funny enough, is my top 10 Sailor Moon monsters video.
Yeah, you as I've noticed that you do quite a few top 10 videos. Are you got any more coming up in? Have you got any more top 10s planned in the future, or is that top secret?
I can say I do have a few more top 10s planned.
Oh, so you have got future videos planned because
I do.
Oh, what sort of videos have you got planned? Because you've been semi-absent recently, and we've been.
Yes.
And we've all been hoping.
I have.
Yeah, we've all been hoping that you come back to the video scene because you used to make great videos, and we hope that you make more videos.
Oh, thank you.
So, what things are you got planned for in the future for the people to get excited for as exclusive?
Well, I've got a Halloween video in the works right now, but it's a little bit more. I wouldn't say adult, but it's more mature themed. It's very dark.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's a Halloween video, of course it's going to be. After that, I got, like I said, a couple of top 10 lists I want to do. And then I will keep working after that.
Oh, that's great to hear. With how you've been doing YouTube for quite a long time, as long as nearly me. And what is your biggest regret and what is your biggest enjoyment from doing YouTube throughout your span of being on the site?
Well, first off, one of my biggest regrets is gotta be my hiatuses. They're not intentional, mind you, but sometimes things happen. I can't control it. I have to take long leaves of absence. But it always feels good when I return, and I return in a pretty huge way. I like seeing the responses I get when I do return. However, I also like collaborating with other people. Matter of fact, my last video was a collaboration. It was it's called Countdown to Infinity. I was doing a video lead of the Marvel Cinematic Universe leading up to the then new Infinity War. But yeah, I think there's that, and the one thing that I like the most is finding new people to talk to and finding new things to talk about. You know?
Yeah, I really do understand. Throughout the many shows you have reviewed, you probably forced yourself to review shows you probably never even think about even watching to begin with. What shows surprised you the most, either in a bad way or in a good way?
Most of the shows that I've reviewed, or most of the ones that I've done earlier on specifically, are ones that I've seen as a kid, and I've gone back to revisit them, and my impression on them changed majorly. One case of this in a negative light would be the cartoon Yin Yang Yo.
Oh, yes, I do know. Yes.
Yeah, I can't watch that anymore. I can't watch it again. I tried watching it since my review. I tried going through it again. I can't. It was a real stinker for me.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to look back at something that you used to like and then realizing it's not as good as you think it was, or it was even better, or it was as good as you think. That's why I love going back and watching the old episodes of MLP, even the G1 stuff I'm hoping to go into myself. And you clearly do enjoy reviewing and such. Who did you enjoy collabing with the most? You've collabed with quite a few people. Who did you enjoy collabing the most with, if you can say? Or is that too hard of a question?
Actually, I got a very easy answer for that. However, the collaboration video that I did with them is on their channel, not mine. So I get to shout someone else out.
Oh, you might as well say it then.
There was a video on the channel Musical Hell called Disco Wars. Yeah, it was an animated movie. I can even call it a movie. Where I just had a lot of fun, and they were a really great person to collaborate with. Their videos are really, really good, by the way.
So this video isn't just a shout out to you now; it's a shout out to musical reviews.
Well, Musical Hell, yeah, why
Musical
not?
Hell,
Anyway.
yeah. Oh, I've heard of that person. That does ring a bell.
Yep.
So you've worked with some great people there, and then you've had a lot of fun by doing it, and you've probably got more amazing people to work with in the future, hopefully. Who do you hope to work with in the future, if there's anyone in particular?
Well, again, I want to work with Musical Hell again. I also, this is a bit of a stretch for me, but I want to work with Lost in Adaptation, the Dom. If you know about their work, they also do reviews. They do movies that are based on books.
Ah, so I'm guessing you would like to talk about a movie that's based on a book.
Yep.
Ah.
Like perhaps the Les Miserables movie.
Ooh. I've never read the book. You're probably gonna...
Neither have I.
Oh.
Neither have I. No. Or, one of my personal favorite movies, V for Vendetta. Based on a comic book.
So we've talked about your YouTube channel and you making a lot of videos. Do you do anything else rather than make review videos? Is there anything else creative-wise you do on the internet, either DeviantArt or anything else that you do that people might not even realise?
Well, I haven't been as active on DeviantArt as I should be, admittedly. But yes, I have been creatively active. As a matter of fact, one of the main reasons for my recent hiatus was that I was completing college.
Ah.
An online college course. I just recently got my diploma for creative writing for entertainment.
So what are you going to use that creative writing to do? Are you going to write your own stories and own kind of shows, or are you going to write your own fan fiction and make them into your own videos, or what are you going to do with that kind of skill you've gained through college?
I've got a handful of options on hand, but first thing I want to do is actually make my own thing.
Ooh.
I'm not just fan fictions, I mean original stuff.
Ooh. Are you allowed to share those ideas here, or are you going to keep them a nice surprise for the future?
I think I'll keep them a little bit.
No worries, I understand. Especially if they're only in the idea phase. You don't want to give people too much hope that things that may not actually happen, because I've done that myself, sadly.
Again, I've done that one too.
But on the hiatuses, you have done a lot of great videos and worked with a lot of great people, and you've probably and when you come back from college and start doing more YouTubing, and we hope to see your comeback be even bigger than the last comeback you did, because your comebacks can be quite big. I have seen a few of them, but
yeah.
as this is there is there any final message you would like to say to the people watching, to anyone who's trying to get into YouTube, or just anyone in just general? What final message would you like to leave?
Just have a lot of fun. Just do something that you want to do. Have fun doing. It's maybe a little hard at times. Nothing ever comes easy. But just stick it out and enjoy yourself. Do something that you enjoy, and perhaps you'll find someone else out there, an audience out there that enjoys what you do.
Well, I thank you, Archer, for being with me today, and I'm glad hopefully all of you learned a little bit more about my guest. I hope you did you enjoy it, Archer?
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
And I hope a few more people will go to your channel. If there's anything you want to highlight that you do in on your channel, that to give a little bit more a plug-in to your channel.
Well, I have, let's see, what would be the best,
Tony not his best for views.
Yeah. Yeah, go check out my my Spyro and Friends episode, or hell, any of my versus videos.
Yeah.
Any of them.
His channel link will be in the description for any who are interested after this interview, which is almost over. Because my guest has been Archer. I have been Patrick Rowberry. I thank you. Goodbye. Are you going to say goodbye, Archer?
Goodbye.